Hey y'all, today I want to talk about something that I struggle with, and that is scrapbook room organization. I love to be organized. I love things organized, but personally I struggle with organizing my crafty stuff. Part of the problem is, which a lot of us experience, we have a lot of stuff. Some of us have too much stuff, but you know, we buy things that we like because we know if we want it a year from now, it's not going to probably be available. So you purchase things when they come out, and then you have to store them somewhere. So my craft room used to be downstairs off the kitchen, and last year I moved it to a spare bedroom that used to be one of my stepson's bedroom, but he's grown and gone because it was a little bit bigger. And everything got moved upstairs and put in the other empty bedroom that used to be occupied by my other stepson, who is grown up also. And so here we are a year later, and I still have a mess in that room. I have a bigger mess in that room because when I'm looking for something, I know it's in that other room, and I go in there and I dig for it and make even a bigger mess. So I am working on, as always, some organization because I'm basically to the point where I'm sick of it. And I think that's where sometimes you have to go to get it done. And working full-time and, you know, having a house to take care of and a home and a yard and things, you know, you can't spend as much time as you want in your crafty space because life gets in the way of things that you like to do. That's just the nature of the beast. But anyway, so I just wanted to talk about a few things that I've been working on and some conclusions that I came to. So that's what this video is going to be about. So if you're interested, hang around and let's get talking. Okay, so for my dies and stickers and chipboard, I really liked the method that Janet over at RTS Scrapbooking did using the color binders. And I do have color binders and I use those. But mainly what I use those for are for items that really don't go with a collection or odds and end pieces. You know, like I have a blue binder that I put blue stuff in. But they're not like, I'm not going to break apart say a photo play ephemera pack that I have the paper collection for. I'm not going to break that apart and put it into color binders. I'm going to keep that together. So what I started to do initially was to use 8.5 by 11 papers to put my die cuts on. And I knew that's what I wanted to do, but for some reason I started doing the composition notebook. So I had some in a composition notebook and some in an 8.5 by 11 papers that I 3-hole punched on, put on some cardstock. And that wasn't working for me because I really just wanted one place to go to instead of having to look in 8.5 by 11 notebook or look into these composition notebooks. So I decided I did not like using the composition notebook method, which I didn't like it from the beginning. So I don't know why I started doing it. Always go with your gut instinct. There's nothing wrong with it, but it really wasn't for me. And then it also depends on what kind of photo splits you use, because sometimes these, when I'm taking them apart, some of these dies come off very easy. Like this is pretty much cooperating, but some other brand I had used, it literally just ripped big holes into the paper, and so it made it really hard on the other side because then you had big holes and things, and it just wasn't working for me. So I am in the process of transferring all these over into 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper on cardstock. And let me show you. This is like some collections I want to keep together because I like them, and Jen Hadfield is one. And you can see I just took, cut off her logo off of a sticker sheet and just stuck it on my notebook. And there's my Jen Hadfield. And I'm just going to flip through real quick and show you. Now here's some acetate pieces that are pretty big that I'm not going to put anything sticky on it to adhere it down, so I just slipped those inside the cover here. But I'm trying this because I took some of the stickers and I just left them on their the sheet they came on and put them on 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So this is just a little test I'm trying because I don't want to do this to all of them if I don't like it. So I just tried that with these stickers. See, I kind of cut them apart and made them fit on the notebook. And like I said, they are on the backing that they came on instead of making wax paper and, you know, sticking them on there that way. Because how I normally have them is I have the Total Tiffany, I think it's called a companion cart. It's a small cart. It actually will fit underneath this table that I work on, so I can roll it under there when it's not being used. But I had been storing them this way, and they're kind of like, I have it backwards, alphabetically here by line. So I have like Amy Tangerine, and then you go on back, here is some Jen Hadfield. Here is October Afternoon. I have Pink Paisley. So this is how I've been storing them, and this just slides right into my the second shelf of my cart. So this right here is kind of an... Now, I just knocked something over that I was going to show you because I have everything stacked on the floor. So this right here is an experiment for the stickers to see if I'm going to like that or not, because I'm not going to do that to all of them, because I learned with the composition notebooks to just try a little bit and see if you like it before you go any further, because then you're going to go back and redo things that you've already done, which is frustrating. So my acetate pieces that were smaller, I just had these old baseball card holders, and I just slipped them into there. And then we're getting into my die cuts. And if you go look on RTS Scrapbooking on YouTube, you will see Janet go into great explanation on setting these up and how she did it and the best way to do it and what she learned from doing it that way for a while. So I would recommend you go check her out. But these are all my Jen Hadfield dies, because I have discovered that I am more of a collection scrapbooker or a kit scrapbooker, like my kits that I have. I like to keep those together. Collections I like to keep together. So I decided this is what is best for me. And then I get into my chipboard stickers. So that is some of Jen Hadfield. So I'm working on that, and I have them on a bookcase, a small bookcase behind me that I can just turn around and look for who I want to and pull it out. Okay, so I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking about color drawers, which I have used these for quite a while. I saw Stacy Julian do this years and years ago, and it really works for me. So I take all my colored embellishments and I have them in these stackable drawers. They're like 3 to a little cube, and you can stack them on top of each other. Now, I've had these for a long time because you can actually pull the whole drawer out. But on some of the newer ones, they have a little bump back here in the drawer, so you can't pull them all the way out, because I do have some new containers that have that on it there. And I guess they did that for safety reasons, but these I can actually pull the drawer out. And I just kind of had all my embellishments laying in there. And then I had some items sorted in these little boxes. And I got these a long time ago on QVC, which I think they came in a container, and you could line them up and you put this little label on them. But the problem with this for me is because I really didn't see them. I wasn't using them as much because, you know, I had to find them and look for them. And I'm more of a visual person. So to go on a little tangent, I'm a little bit of a yogurt snob. I'm really picky about my yogurt. And I know yogurt's good for you and you should eat it, but I don't like it. I tried the Greek yogurt and it's okay, but I kept seeing this yogurt called Oui, O-U-I. It's by Yoplait, and it's a French yogurt, it's called, and it's got fruit in it in the bottom. And I thought, well, let me try this yogurt. And I really liked it, but it is a little bit expensive. I think 2 of them are like $3. But you get these cute little glass jars. And they're almost 4 inches tall. They're a little over 3.5 inches tall. And they fit perfectly inside of here, inside of my drawer with no problem. So what I'm starting to do is I'm going to save these jars. And I'm putting my embellishments in here. Like, these are some of my yellow eyelets. And here are my yellow buttons. Excuse my dog. He's wanting to know what I'm doing. And here's my little overflow of yellow buttons. And then I have some yellow brad. So I'm going to take these things out of these containers and baggies. And I'm going to sort them like this, because then when I open my drawer, I have a cute little area that I can just look right down into and pull out what I need. So that is what I am doing for my color drawers. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about is my plan of attack for the overflow room that I have just turned into a total mess digging through it. I was watching Hoarders, and yeah, it's kind of funny because I was watching Hoarders and it got me thinking about my scrapbook room. But I noticed, like, when they were bringing stuff out of the houses, they would have like this staging area where they had all these boxes and bins, and they were kind of sorting through things. And I thought, well, you know what? That would be a good idea for getting that room cleaned out and going through the boxes and the containers in there. So I have saved some boxes. So as I'm going through there, I have like 3 boxes. I have a embellishment, like a like for ephemera and die cuts box, and I have a chipboard box, and I have a sticker box. So I'm starting to throw things in the box so it's not so overwhelming, and I will just show you my sticker box so far. I mean, this is years of disorganization by putting things in pull-out drawers. That's a downfall of those like Sterilite containers with the pull-out drawers, because I just started throwing things that I bought or ran across, and I just put it in one of them drawers and say I'll deal with it later. Well, this is what happens when you don't deal with it later. So this is my sticker box. Now I have started putting things in here that I have bought from Tuesday Morning or Hobby Lobby that need to go somewhere. So I can address things in smaller chunks, like I can address stickers. A lot of these I just need, I've got some on order, some bags to, like zip bags to put these in, so I can put them in with my letters, because I do have all those together by color. So, you know, these are either going to have to go into a category or a color binder, or with a collection. That's what I'm going to have to do with these. Now, like some of these, let me find one. I do have bins, stackable bins that are theme related. Like I have one for sports, and this is going to go into sports because it is, well, it says what they mean, but this is good for my niece and nephew. Both used to do taekwondo, and so I have tons of photos from them at competitions or tournaments that they used to have, and them getting their next belt, the testing. So like this will go in sports. You know, obviously these are going to go in my letter stickers. This will go with the collection. I forget the name of the collection. This will go with my chenille stuff. This will go with sports, and honestly, I don't know if I'll ever use this. This is very old, but I hate to get rid of things because it's still cute to me, and I might use some of those, or even that, making tracks. This will go in like kids, because it is about a brother and sister, and I had bought these with the intent of using them for my niece and nephew. And look, they are so old, they're yellowing on the back. These are from 2005, so they're just gonna find a home. But having it like this is then I can further sort this out by how I want to store it. I can make a pile of my letter stickers. I can make a pile for my theme things and my collection things, and then take it from there and just kind of break it down into smaller chunks so it's not so overwhelming. So I shared my dirty little secret with my problems with scrapbook organization, and I'm sure a lot of y'all may struggle with it too, and don't make me feel alone in this. I'm gonna get through it, and you can too. It just, you know, this didn't happen overnight, and it's not gonna take care of itself overnight, and especially with you know, life stuff going on, it's gonna even take a little bit longer, but I'll get there, and so can you. See you next time. Bye.